Warrior, Sunday success thoughts. I've been thinking about something, and there is only one solution to begin to end sex trafficking. Here are my thoughts. Will we truly ever end all of this? Absolutely not. That is the reality. And here at the Warriors, we're all about the truths, the facts, the reality. But what we can do is talk about it. What we can do is give you resources, give you tools. What we can do is intervene and prevent new victims, perhaps your child or grandchild. So we have to come into this in 2025 like a wrecking ball. What has been going on for decades now? But I'm going to focus on the time that I have been a warrior. So let's focus on the last, let's say 5 years. Nothing works. Some good initiatives, some good pieces of legislation, but the bottom line is nothing truly works. Now, I do see in the last few months seeds of success happening. And when I say we must come in like a wrecking ball and treat as such, I truly mean this. It is like take no prisoners. It is go for sex buyers. It is go for real talking. Even now, I have people say to me, don't say that. Be careful. Don't scare people. No, you know what? And I used to kind of skirt around that. I have to scare you because what has been going on, what has been allowed to go on, is unbelievable and crimes. But it's all kind of simmering up now. But instead of focusing on things like almost what happened, yes, we want accountability. We want those who cause harm, right? We've got to focus on the now. We have to remain strong. Remember, there's power in numbers. We have to admit nothing has worked. We can't skirt around this issue and be delicate anymore. We must talk to our children age appropriately that, yes, there are dangers lurking, not only on the street, but right there in your home on all the devices. We must say there are bad people, but mommy and daddy are going to protect you. But we also have to look out for those kids who don't have anybody looking out for them. And that is something that makes me lose sleep at night. There are many vulnerable children out there. First of all children are vulnerable. I think we can all agree upon that. Can you imagine what their little minds are thinking? And remember, with the internet now, things are thrown at them. They see things, they hear adults talking, things we didn't talk about before. Who knows what those little minds, I've had parents say, little Susie seems fine. You don't know. Just think, what do you think about in your mind that you don't relay out in the public? So I come at this as none of us are really fine, but we must have this honest and open, age-appropriate communication. And we must work within the realms of it doesn't work. For instance, we have no legislation since 1996, no real child protection legislation. And that is why we worked so hard to get the Kids Online Safety Act and COPA, Child Online Privacy Protection Act, updated. That was 1998. Nothing has been new. Obviously, big tech rules the roost. Obviously, big tech puts profit before the dignity of our children and the safety of our children and all of us. So we have to come in like a bull in a china shop, and we have to say this is unacceptable, and we have to say enough, and we have to say whether it's in our home, our communities, our places of worship, groups your kids are involved in. I don't care if it's a sports group, an arts group. We have to bring it up. How we are all going to remain safe. This is a new country. This is a new world. And the demand is for children. I know it's ugly. Nobody wants to hear that. Because every time I tell somebody that, they clutch their chest or their eyes roll back. The legislation hasn't been working. Law enforcement has not kept up with it. Not their fault. They haven't been trained appropriately. They haven't been given the resources, the man and woman power. And our kids, bottom line is our precious children. They have not been made aware of what's really going on. So I say let us in 2025 come together. Let us talk about, again, age appropriate, right? Little kids don't need too much information. Just a couple of tools to stay safe. They have to have a relationship with you, and this goes for all kids, where they can come to you. I was so happy because recently there was a case in New Jersey where a teen boy, I think he was 12 years old, 12 years old, was being sextorted by a 27-year-old man. And you know what? Sure, he exchanged. This creep met him through a gaming app, right? Because a lot of boys, more boys than girls, are even on these gaming apps. That's really one of the top sites for boys, being with these predators going after them because the predators know they're there. And yes, he did indeed exchange inappropriate images. But then when he was pressed for monies and he was pressed with the bullying, remember the bullying? I'm going to tell your parents. I'm going to tell your, I know where you go to school. I'm going to tell your classmates. I'm going to, tell your sister, all this kind of stuff. He had the sense, at least, to go to his parents, who went to law enforcement to nip it in the bud. So you see, we need those kind of digital family partnerships, overall partnerships. So let us come in like a wrecking ball in 2025. Let us all say enough. We are not going to allow our precious children to be used for these monsters, right? These criminals, these predators. We're going to come together. And you're going to go to lynswarriors.org. You're going to educate yourselves. You're going to share the information. You're going to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You're going to share videos, and you're going to talk about it. Please honor our hashtag Community Creates Change. Now, each and every day when you wake up, go out and be a warrior.